They expected fire from you. They expected shouting, collapse, retaliation, a spectacle they could point at and feel justified about. What they did not prepare for was silence paired with momentum. Progress does something anger never achieves. Anger gives them a role in your story. Growth removes them entirely. When you stop reacting and start building, you force a confrontation they cannot win because it happens inside their own head. They replay moments where they underestimated you. They remember words they said casually, not knowing those words would become fuel. Each step you take forward without acknowledgement destabilizes the narrative they told themselves to sleep at night. You were supposed to stall. You were supposed to fold. Watching you advance without bitterness rewrites the power dynamic. Nothing confuses insecurity more than someone who refuses to perform pain on command. What actually breaks people is not your success itself, but the mirror it creates. Your discipline reflects their avoidance. Your consistency highlights their excuses. Your calm exposes their chaos. They feel accused without you saying a word. That is the quiet violence of improvement. It leaves no fingerprints, yet does irreversible damage to self-image. They cannot attack you openly because you gave them nothing to grab onto. No tantrum, no spiral, no public collapse. Only results accumulating in the background that forces them to sit with the truth that opportunity was available and ignored. You did not steal anything from them. You simply used what they wasted. That realization corrodes pride far deeper than any argument ever could. There is a reason resentment grows louder when you stop explaining yourself. Explanations allow people to debate your choices. Silence denies them that comfort. When your life begins moving in a direction that contradicts their assumptions, they scramble for meaning. Some will say you got lucky. Others will pretend they always believed in you. A few will grow cold without knowing why. Progress fractures relationships built on sameness. When you change, the unspoken contract breaks. They preferred you manageable. They preferred you predictable. Your forward motion turns their comfort into tension. That tension has nowhere to go but inward. Anger burns fast and leaves ash. Progress compounds slowly and leaves legacy. When you choose building over battling, time fights on your side. Every month you stay focused, the gap widens. They remain emotionally attached to moments you outgrew. You move while they revisit old conversations. That asymmetry is devastating. You are living in the present. They are stuck auditing the past. Even if they never admit it, the comparison never stops. Success achieved without revenge is the most disorienting outcome for someone who expected your downfall. Growth also changes how people speak about you when you are not present. Early on, they mock the effort. Later, they question the method. Eventually, they avoid the topic altogether. That silence is not peace. It is surrender. They cannot reconcile who you are becoming with the version they dismissed. So they stop looking. That avoidance is not your responsibility. It is the cost of staying stagnant in a world that rewards motion. You did not betray them. You simply refused to stay small to preserve their comfort. There is a specific kind of fear triggered when someone thrives without permission. It reveals how fragile social hierarchies really are. Approval loses its leverage. Criticism loses its bite. You become difficult to control because you no longer need validation. That independence unsettles people who relied on your dependence. Your progress cuts off supply they did not know they were feeding on. Attention, comparison, superiority. When those disappear, they feel hollow. They may mask it with indifference. The body knows the truth. You also discover something unexpected during this process. The more you invest in your own path, the less energy you have for resentment, not because you forgave them, but because they stopped being relevant. That is the ultimate shift. Relevance is power. When you withdraw it, the dynamic collapses. You no longer need closure. Forward motion becomes closure. Every completed task answers questions you used to overthink. Every skill developed replaces an old insecurity. This is not revenge. It is transcendence. Progress reshapes memory. Events that once felt defining shrink in importance. You remember them without charge. That emotional neutrality is unsettling to those who hoped you would carry scars forever. They wanted proof they mattered. Indifference denies that. When you speak about the past without heat, it signals authority. You survived and integrated. They stayed frozen in interpretation. That difference determines who evolves and who repeats. There will be moments when you are tempted to reveal how far you have come just to be seen. Resist that urge. Let outcomes speak. Let silence protect momentum. Exposure too early invites interference. Results delivered without commentary land heavier. People can dismiss words. They cannot dismiss patterns. Patterns force recalibration. When your life trajectory shifts consistently upward, denial becomes exhausting.